Football. Your third year at FIU, I want to say. What's it been like transitioning to the new coaching staff?
I mean, having a new coach staff throughout my career hasn't really been anything new. This is my fourth coaching staff. But one thing about this staff is they're opportunistic. Like, every single person, no matter if you're a walk-on, you've been starting for the past 3 years over here, everybody's been getting a shot. And that's really the most eye-opening thing here is that the best man's going to play here, and that's what the staff represents.
I guess after, the last coaching staff goes, where were you at? Like, were you always going to stay? Do you have any thoughts venturing? Obviously, you never know what was going to happen with the new staff.
No, I had no idea what was going to happen, really. I knew I was going to stay here regardless. I love it. I love FIU, everything it represents. But regardless of the new staff, I'm confident in my ability. When I got in last year, I showed what I can do. That last staff, I guess we weren't feeling the same way, but I knew I was confident in my ability when the new staff came in. I was going to make a good first impression, and I feel like that's what I've done.
Close to 3 weeks in, just how you guys think you've grown from the spring up until now. Where do you see the defense at?
Defense is a lot tighter. Chemistry, even with the addition of a lot of new guys, some guys banged up, but regardless, we have chemistry for sure from the D-line all the way to the back end. We have every single piece of the puzzle that we've been missing over the years, and we're ready to hit on all cylinders.
I think you've been working a little bit with Gator too, and Gilstrap. What are those relationships like, having those guys?
Oh, they're two completely different guys, but they're both characters at the end of the day, But kind of bouncing around from a corners coach to a safeties coach. Mm-hmm. It teaches you to be diverse in your skill sets. Gator's gonna teach me more man-to-man stuff. Strap's gonna over here and teach me the schematics, the playing high, where your eyes want to be, and it's just been really kind of helped evolve my whole game.
Being a guy from Delray Beach, just talk about what it means to continue playing college ball here, specifically in South Florida.
Oh, it's a whole I get to represent my hometown, Mm-hmm. We had Paws last year who was here. We have Jordan Clemens, who's a Delray Beach guy,
Yep.
We have guys that are from the area, 5'6". It feels good because, you always want to be the best in your county, mm-hmm. That whole Palm Beach County, you always want to be the best, and even JoJo last year. But I feel like I carry it with pride, and I kind of want to represent myself and where I came from.
So this South Florida heat's just nothing new to you, probably a very stark difference from your time in Temple.
Oh, completely different than what it was at Temple. But, the heat's nothing new in South Florida, especially, summertime, school winding back up. But everybody here for the majority is used to this heat, and other opponents I don't think will be when they come here to Pitbull Stadium.
You're one of the older guys on this team. Just talk about your leadership, taking up that role and kind of leading the younger guys and even the newcomers too.
I've always wanted to, I'm not really the loudest guy on the field, but I've always wanted to lead by example first and then let my voice speak. Because, your skills are going to speak louder than your voice. If I'm not doing anything that the younger guys are doing and I'm not, there's going to be a lack of trust or lack of respect, because why are you going to ask me to do something that you can't do yourself? But that's been my main emphasis, really lead everybody by example, whether it's getting in your playbook, making your checks on defense, everybody just wanting to be on the same page. And then once we get that aspect straightened out, which we have, then I can start leading if guys are falling behind. I can start grabbing the other guys, saying, hey man, let's go, let's pick it up, let's work. Because at the end of the day, everybody wants the same here goal, and that's a conference championship.
Who are some guys in your position group that have stood out to you?
Me and Mister, definitely. Even though that's the other nickel, me and that kid have been going at it all camp. Every single day it's been a grind. Vic has been a huge standout guy at the corner, going to be the other one behind Blades. And even Josiah, being a true freshman coming in, the kid wants it. That's the whole secondary really wants it, but those have been the guys that really stuck out to me.
During these practices, who have been some of the biggest troublemakers on that offense for you?
Alex Perry, probably. Even though, I don't really line up against him too much, he's definitely been doing what we expect him to do, and that's catch touchdowns, be that big, deep threat that we need out of him. Even Dawson, coming in from Jack State, who's rivals over there in the conference, that's a speedster, and that's him in the slot. It's not no easy, pat and go with him. It's you got to be on your A game, or else he'll leave you in the dust.
Talk about the competitiveness, during these camps. It seems like that's been the big word being used around a lot. Just talk about that and competing in everything, OTAs, weight room, whatever it may be.
It doesn't matter what it is. Everybody here is all wanting to be the best. They want a goal after this. Obviously that's the league, but you can only play 11 guys on defense. And we've gotten to the point where it's like, our goal as players, we want to make it to the coaches' point that they don't know who to play. Maybe we have to rotate guys, because everybody, at the end of the day, we have our whole defense, everybody can play on any given Saturday, any given Tuesday, any given Wednesday. And that's really just the whole nature of it, because, you might have a great day one day, but the next day what are you going to do? And that guy that's behind you, we got guys coming left and right, everyone in the spot.
So all things considered, Salla, you have a great chance at more reps, more starts. What are you looking to prove to the nation the most about what you can bring to the table?
I'm just a versatile player. You know, being at the nickel, I feel like that's my strongest point. I get to show all aspects of my game. Like I said, being heavy in the run game, I'm a bigger nickel than we have. You know, show that I can cover, even though you know the white guy. But regardless, I want to show that I can hit. I can bring everything. Whatever you ask out of a corner, I can show that. Whatever you ask out of safety, I can bring that. Whatever you ask out of a backer, you can bring that. I just want to be a jack of all trades.
I guess with that being said, just how comfortable do you feel in that nickel spot or that corner?
I feel completely comfortable. I love being closer to the box. I love being closer to guys, even on the slot. I just like being able, to get my hands on guys, and really I can work them from there.
And this is the first year you're doing this, or?
Last fall camp, I was playing a little bit behind Paws, but then obviously as the season went on, went back to safety, and that's when it all kind of I left my nickel days.
When did this coaching staff kind of introduce that to you again?
Day one when they got here, and I was kind of excited of it because they saw me for what I really am. I feel like that nickel spot is really my truest position, and it lets me just show everything.